over there sucking up helium before he.
Oh, welcome to another great episode of Two Cigars and a Blunt. Of course, you know I am the man on the street.
This is Pharaoh King.
Tim Dog from Be More Careful. You might get your ass whooped.
Paula from Talk Shit with Me.
Already.
It's too early. It's too early.
Is it my turn?
Hey.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah, it's me. Yeah, I'm confused. Okay. Your ancestors' favorite. That's all I got for you right now. It's not Friday. So
It's not Friday. And of course, you know that the math professor.
No, it works on Saturday.
Yeah, math professor probably got something going on. But I want to apologize because usually we do this on Friday night. But y'all know the Eagles playing last night. Y'all know the Eagles playing last night. And everything stopped when the Eagles play. I had to see at least the first game of the year, my boys. But like we always do when we start our podcast off, we got the extra panel how their day went. So Miss Paula, how was your day?
Very relaxing. I slept most of the holiday, so I was looking forward to this to bring back my energy because I've been in bed the whole fucking day. I've been teamed today.
Feel good, don't it? Feel good just lay on up there and scratch and everything. Pick your nose, nobody gonna say nothing.
Every motherfucking thing.
Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah, you got to enjoy yourself. You know, I enjoy myself a little bit too, watching a lot of football today. Tim Dog, what about you?
Man, I watch a lot of football, but I just want to give shout outs to my cousin in Baltimore, Kimberly Melvin. She puts out these old pictures of Baltimore and she asks people, you know, what street is this or what area, what school? And it's pretty interesting because, you know, it gives you something to think about, and you see the way things are now compared to when they were back then. I'm talking like the 20s, the 30s, and it's real nice. I just want to tell her, hey, keep that on up, cuz.
Okay, man, that's what I'm talking about. Drop a bomb for your cuz. What about you, Conspiracy Brother? How was your day?
Oh man, it was Saturday, so I don't really do much on Saturdays anyway. So I don't have no stories for you. You should have called me yesterday. I had great stories yesterday. Great stories.
Well, you can't remember
Share your yesterday's stories.
You share yesterday's story to the night. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it boils down to. And of course, King, how was your day?
It's not going to hit the same. It's one of them you had to be there moments.
I got you. Earl King, how was your day?
Or have some.
Hey, Pharaoh King, we can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Got you.
Yeah, 2 Subways.
Oh, don't
It's
start
Saturday.
with him now.
It's there we go. I like that. You've been unmuted. Okay, I like that. I gotta get one of those. I like that.
Oh, she got to get one for that one. Come on, man. Street. She
like
got
that.
to get one for that.
I did. I dropped a bomb for it. I like that. Well, go ahead, Pharaoh King.
Oh, but hey, man, the day was fine, man. We got up. Me and the wife went and got a pedicure and stuff done this morning. Shout out to my Virgos and Virgo season. Shout out to my girl Muckle. She already had her birthday. Mine. Couple other brothers out there, some of my cousins, and then my upcoming friend. She's having one next week. Had a good day, man. The weather's fine. I got energy. And it's not Subway.
And I hope you tip them ladies well when they brought out them chainsaws for your feet.
I never had a pedicure.
Hey, that's because I got maintenance, and I'm on maintenance now, so I don't have to worry about that no more.
Sound like somebody drilling some teeth.
Now that's now man on the street.
Yeah,
now he have to. Yeah, he's gonna one where they're gonna have to pull out
I know that's gonna be me. I know that's gonna be me, man. That's gonna be me. Miss Paulette step out for a second, but she said she had to switch over.
Bro.
Hey, man.
Yeah, so once she get up
man,
and ready to go,
you need to go ahead
we bring her back in. But man, but like I said before,
on the street.
I am one of these days. But like I say, my day went well. I watched a lot of football today. Watched South Carolina State play Citadel. I watched a bunch of HBCU games today for just to see what was going on.
Hey, you're fighting chickens too.
Yeah,
you're fighting chickens.
Yeah, but I'm gonna talk about that on our sports show every Wednesday night.
Oh man, we got to talk about
sports. The Better Than Sex Sports podcast that goes down every Wednesday night at 7:00. But we will talk about that coming up this Wednesday night. But let's go ahead and get into this, man. I know everybody been watching the news. It's a serious subject, but we're going to discuss a little bit and see what the panel has to say.
It happened at Appalachia High School in Winder, Georgia, about an hour outside Atlanta. In addition to the 4 dead, 9 others injured rushed to the hospital. Again, the shooter, just 14 years old. Law enforcement officers you see there rushing to the scene, inside officers carrying weapons, clearing classrooms one by one, leading students away, their arms in the air. Those students had been texting their parents, barricaded in classrooms, telling them they loved them. They were told to leave everything behind, and tonight authorities revealing 2 students and 2 teachers, of course, did not survive this. The shaken students, as you can see there, told to gather on the football field, waiting for word that they could go home. Parents and loved ones, desperate for the news, you can see them racing to the school to find their children. Authorities have now identified the suspect tonight and say he will be charged with murder as an adult.
All right, fellas, let me ask you this, man. Should school shootings be treated like an epidemic or just part of the norm? Let's go to you first, Tim Dog. Your thoughts.
And first of all, Baltimore has one of the highest crime rates in the country, but 0 shootings at schools. 0. And most of these mass shootings are kids who are either bullied, picked on, and idolize other kids who did something about it. And same with this kid. The FBI went and talked to him and his dad being in denial, who's a gun advocate, goes out and gives his son the weapon that went out and killed these people for Christmas right after the FBI spoke to him. So that right there tells me that the parent didn't care enough to try and talk to the kid. The system didn't work enough to give this kid some kind of psychological help. And then on top of it, he wants to be like the others who are like him. Why? I don't know. They want to be famous for doing something fucking crazy. And it's not us. Yeah, we'll shoot each other up, but we won't go into school and do it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say that because there has been some of us that has did that as well. But just like the question says, though, I'm gonna go to you. Go to you, conspiracy brother. Go to you, conspiracy brother. Should school shouldn't be treated like an epidemic or just part of the norm?
It's both, because it's happening once a year, well, more than once a year now, regularly. You can't, it's almost like a graduation at this point. You can't go to school without there being a school shooting during the year. So it's out of control. But I don't think they'll ever be able to get control of it because they want guns everywhere, and every violence is on every channel. It's in every video game, damn near. So it's just gonna continue to be what it is until they start like stopping these people before they do it. But hell, they know who's doing it and they still can't stop it.
Yeah, you got that right.
Yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go to Pharaoh King. He got his Ethernet cable, and he's nice and clear, and he's not lagging like usual. So Pharaoh King, your thought, like I said before, is it an epidemic or just part of the norm now?
I would say it's an epidemic that has become a norm. And with that being said, we know what it takes to be able to have good gun laws. the NRA has their hands in everybody's pockets, and everybody want that money. You know, like the governor of freaking Georgia, the most lenient
Texas.
gun laws, Texas too, or whatever state. It doesn't matter. There's no reason, and people are going to hate me for this, and I really don't care. I've been to other countries, and yes, the government might control the way guns are controlled or whatever the case is, but I felt safer in those countries than I do in my own country. And that's sad to say that we can't go outside, especially with road rage now. People are shooting their cars and with road rage. You telling me that's becoming an epidemic that's being normalized as well. So,
Yeah.
cutting people off. So I said we need stricter gun laws. We need to check people's background. And I tell you what, anytime you have children in the house, you need to be accountable for those weapons that you have in your home. And that means when you go buy them, you should list if you have children under 21 in your home.
I
That's
like
why
that.
he's being charged with manslaughter.
Yeah,
The
me
dad.
me
Right.
go
So
back. I'm gonna go. I want to go to conspiracy brother, because conspiracy brother, I think out of all of us on this panel, you have school age kids. So what are your thoughts about? I know they got security guards
in
there.
Florida at that.
Yeah, and I know that they have security guards at the door, and then I know they want to have the teachers to have weapons as well. So, what are your thoughts whenever you hear about a school shooting, knowing that you have school age kids yourself?
Well, you know how I feel about conspiracies and these things. And again, it's like with situations like this, it's difficult to say because I don't want my kids to fear going to school. Like I don't even want to watch the shit about it because I
I
don't
got you.
want that in their mind when they going to school.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't mention it. I don't try and bring it up with them. I try and get them to avoid it because I just don't want that to be a concern for them at in elementary school. Even though
I got
it's something that happens and they do the drills, I'm personally not gonna uh unless I have to, but I'm just gonna
yeah.
avoid it.
Me
Because
ask you this before I go to Tim Dog. Let me ask you just another question. So, what if one of your kids come up to you and want to have that type of conversation? How would you handle it, or better yet, how would you explain it to them?
I just explained it that it's something that happens, but it's not guaranteed to happen at your school. It's not
Okay.
something that is a regular occurrence. It doesn't happen every day. We
Hmm.
might get 3 or 4 a year, but it still happens.
I got
So
you. I
I'll have
got
the
you.
conversation. I just don't want to stress them more than what they already stressed with because shit is crazy these days. So
Yeah, yeah.
it's just
You want your kids to
a
be
conversation
you want
that's gonna, yeah,
you want your kids to be kids. You don't want them to have to worry about the stress of everyday living. You want them to enjoy their time
yeah,
as being a child instead of having these type of
yeah.
conversations. I know, Miss Paula, you originally from Tanzania, but the question that we are talking about right now is: should school shootings be treated like an epidemic, or is it just part of the norm now? Your thoughts?
I mean, for America, it's kind of part of the norm now. Like, I've never
Hmm.
lived in a country where school shootings happen every other fucking day. No offense, but they as much they need to invest in these kids, either counseling or therapy when such things happen, because that's a lot for these kids. And for even the kid who did it, we like, I know we like to get mad at it, but we also don't know the situation or where it was from, like where did this come from. And that's why I think everybody needs to pay more attention: parents, teachers, family members. Sometimes you see the kids going through something, but we just like, oh, they're just kids. But instead of actually figuring out, and they're carrying shit like killing people, and you don't know where that comes from. He could be coming from a very great family and still he had this thought. So I don't know, man.
Yeah,
It's a
it's a sad situation.
it is.
It's a sad situation. I heard something that this is the 30th school shooting of 2024. The
Imagine.
30th. So yeah, that's crazy. And I think from 1966 up until now, I think they had over 300 plus school shootings, and we back to the same situation, and we having these same type of conversations. Tim Dog, your thoughts?
Growing up, going to school, we all never would have to imagine something like this happen. Then you have to ask yourself, what changed? What happened? What caused all of this, all of a sudden fascination for school shootings? One was that Congress never re-established the assault rifle ban law. And once again, it's all about politics and money. Nothing's ever going to change until something happens to one of them. When something happens to one of their kids, when something happens to someone in their family, that's when they're going to start, oh, we need to do something. Because right now, with all these kids dying and all these parents crying, burying their kids, and nothing's changed. So my thoughts are, once something happens to someone of them, that's when you're going to see change.
Yeah, I think you're gonna see change as well. Pharaoh, I'm gonna come to you because you say something interesting. You talked about the NRA having their hands in the politicians' pockets. Because whenever you hear something like this that goes on, the NRA is quiet. They don't say anything. So what change would you make? Because I know you're a gun owner. I know you got your guns locked up. I know you teach your kids gun safety. You talk about these type of situations. So being a gun owner, what kind of conversation would you want the NRA to express to the people that are legally gun owners? Hey. You can't hear you.
Put your sign up, Paula.
Hey, sign that.
Hey,
yeah, you get.
Hey, my bad, man. I had some stuff going in the background. I didn't want y'all to hear that.
I got you.
Hey, that's a large topic, man, because it covers too much. Now, I would say this, that we do not need assault style rifles. I know people like them because the military have them. You know, if you're not trained with them the way we are, you know, when we go to the range, hell, we're trained with them and people still can't use them right. So, you know,
that's right.
Some people can't even qualify and they have like 30 rounds. I'm like, yo, man, come on, we got to get out of here. So with that being said, I would say, you know, if we have hunting rifles and we had handguns, that wouldn't be such a problem. I can see that, you know, but we do not need high capacity round weapons just for show. Nobody's hunting with those things. Who's hunting with a damn AR-15?
Yeah,
you know?
And may I say something about that? The Second Amendment says the right to bear arms, but it doesn't say that you have the right to bear all arms. And that's where Congress comes in, and they have to put in law which arms are allowed, but they won't do that because once again, they're in the lobbyist pockets. And
they did that one time.
Once that assault rifle ban expired, it was a free for all. Columbine, everything.
Yeah. Absolutely. With that being said, you remember when the only thing we had to worry about was if you lived in Florida, we had the hurricane test in school, like, you know, we drills where you go down, and then we had the
drills. Get into the
fire alarm drills.
You know, the Midwest had the tornado drills. Everybody did the nuclear weapons shit, you know, but when we were younger, you know. But now you have to worry about
I'm not that old.
into school.
Whatever, motherfucker.
Oh, then you had the earthquake stuff out west. Shut up, man, because you know your ass had the hurricane drills too in New Orleans.
Those were swamp drills.
Natural nuclear weapons, no nuclear weapons.
Yeah. So I just don't understand why we're getting to where we are. Social media, Tim. Social media too is what's causing a lot of this. These video games, because it's real too. Everybody wants to use the weapons that's on the damn video games.
Well, they're using the Second Amendment as their weapon because it says the right to bear arms, and it's up to Congress to say, okay, you have the right to bear arms, but not all arms. Not
But
everyone is right, have the right. Put that in shit in the law. But no, the sale of weapons is booming, especially now with all this stuff going on. You know the NRA is loving it.
What was the movie?
But when you say video games have always been there, but
no, they have always been there, but they're not as good as the PS5 games now.
We played
or
Mario and Tecmo.
Yeah, because we had Duck.
I
Shoot.
still play
Nobody
Street
wanted to use
Fighter
it
and
as a
shooting
Yeah.
and shit on my PS. You know, I still play that, and I didn't go shooting people. I'm just saying.
No, what I'm saying,
yeah.
when we first came out,
None
we had
of
the
us
duck hunt. You know, you barely could hit anything with duck hunt. Nobody
No,
cared.
hunting.
No,
Yeah,
my
hunting was
season
shooting
of
deer.
my season of video games, we did have shooting and street fighting and all that. So I'm just saying,
I guess
we
I
grew
guess
up in
young.
that, and
That
we were
was
still
young.
not killing people.
Yeah, I guess what he's saying is that now things are the video games are so graphic,
They're realistic.
They're more real.
TikTok.
Yeah, they're
So
more
is this
real.
the same shit as the person who wanted to sue TikTok because his child died? I mean, participated in that challenge and died. So it's like saying also again, like, okay, so video games are making these kids crazy. These challenges on TikToks are making
not
these
making
kids
crazy.
Mm-mm.
That comes with parenting and the kid's psychological evaluation.
There you go. There you
Okay.
go.
Yeah.
And if the kid
So
has
in
a
short,
social issues
in
and stuff,
short, to
yeah,
what
they
I
would do it.
said, right? Pay attention to your kid. Okay, cool. I
Yeah,
was just
yeah.
making sure.
But
I was just
like I
making
said,
sure.
what I'm going to say before we move on to the next subject is that the games now. I remember me and my partner Richard. We used to talk about when I used to play video. Well, I still play them, but you know the guys, all the guys'
Be
fingers.
careful these days when you say your partner.
Yeah,
And then
I
you
mean,
mention a certain.
yeah. All the video games, the characters, they was blocked. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So their hands were together. That you had one thumb and four fingers, all in. But now the game look realistic, and you know. But that's how I'm not gonna put it on the video games. The parents have something
It's
to do
not
with
just
it as
that.
well.
No, I didn't say the video
No.
game.
No, I'm just saying.
It's
also
a
like
combination
you
of
said,
all
the
of
kid
those things.
psyche.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
making an observation of
Carol
how
said it
video
right.
games has changed. I'm just saying that they're more realistic now than when we were. But now the kids are playing the games. What's that one? Minecraft. Look at the games we played when we was growing up. I can't say how they played, but yeah, but I'm just saying that it's more realistic. And like you said before, social media, the rise of social media may have something to do with it because, like I said before, you get the information so fast. And somebody that may have been thinking about doing let's say a shooting, hey, why not me? You know, I hate to say it that way, but why not me?
No.
And going back to what you're saying about us, and I'm gonna date myself. I'm 54 years old. Yeah, get under the desk. I never understand that. Get under the desk, and then if there's a nuclear thing, get in the ball. What that gonna do? I don't get that either. But those were the type of situation when I was growing up that we have to deal with. But now, just like us, you know, we have a first-person shooter drill at my job. If somebody comes in, this is what you need to do. And America, I said this in the video that I did the other day. America love her guns. She love them. And I agree with what Tim Dawes say. Until somebody actually sits down and say, hey, we need to make this change, or it happened to one of them, it's gonna continue to be what it is.
I got let me add one thing to that is, remember they said the Constitution is supposed to be evolution, right?
Always changing.
Yeah, changing.
It's a living document.
So with that being said, the militia was given the right bear arms was because they didn't have an army back then. So if you form a militia to help, you know, defend America, that's different than today. We have a National Guard now, you know, and the National Guard is supposed to take place of that militia that we have the Second Amendment for. So those things need to be changed. Like Tim said, Congress need to get in there and make some changes to what the Constitution has the rights to say about right to bear arms and what type of arms we could bear.
Yeah, and I agree with you 100% on that. But Tim Dawes touched on this as well. And we're going to come back and talk about this situation.
CBS News has learned that a search of the 14-year-old suspect's home showed that he had an interest in previous school shootings. Authorities are also now saying that they have evidence to believe his father bears some of the blame. A stunning new twist in the Georgia school shooting. Authorities have arrested the father of the 14-year-old accused of killing 4 people at Appalachia High School. Colin Gray is being charged with second-degree murder, as well as multiple counts of involuntary manslaughter and cruelty to children.
These charges stem from Mr. Gray knowingly allowing his son, Colt, to possess a weapon.
Investigators say the 54-year-old bought the AR-style gun used in the shooting as a gift for his son Colt. The teen has been charged as an adult.
Yeah, he's been charged as an adult.
He
So,
named
hold
his
on.
son Colt, so you already know he had
Let
a...
me get the question out, man. Let me get the question out. Then you come in, all right?
Okay, no longer feel sorry for the kid. I'm sorry. After hearing this, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but I'm gonna come to you on conspiracy, brother. What responsibility does the father plays in the school shooting?
A lot. Sorry.
Everything.
Let her go. Let her
Unmute
go.
yourself. Come on, man. Give me my sign. I say all of it, man, because he the one who supplied the weapon. So if he wouldn't have supplied it, eventually his son might have got one. But hell, since you gave it to him, hell, you're responsible. Just that simple. They need to put him in the don't even put him in the same prison. Put him in separate ones. Hell.
I got you, Ms. Paula. Your thoughts? What responsibility does the father plays in this situation?
Every motherfucking thing, because from those charges, manslaughter and child abuse, like it literally shows you are literally either training your kid or your kid learned from you or got it from you, this aggression or whatever. So yeah, put him to jail. And I'm sorry, I no longer feel sorry for the kid. I did not know about that part. So they both deserve what the fuck is coming to them.
Okay, get in there, Pharaoh.
Man, like everybody's gonna agree to this. All I'm saying is you have to be 21 to buy the weapon. So damn, you are you're across the board responsible. He's 7 years, too early getting the damn thing. And we're not even saying people that's 21 deserve the right to have one.
Yeah, because now you're giving them the right to get a gun and get drunk at the same time. How smart is that? Like, oh, you can drink now and you can have a gun. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, and you probably driving at the same time.
Yeah. Tim Dog.
Drunk, killing, short.
Tim Dog, your thoughts?
The father bears responsibility, but the kid came from a broken home. The mom got arrested not too long ago for possession of drugs, and it's a sad situation where the dad, he knew the kid was being bullied. So instead of showing the kid that, hey, this is how you deal with a bully, you talk about it, no, he shows him with aggression. After the FBI interviews him and his son, he acts all surprised. Oh, no, not really. What are you talking about? He knew all along his son was being bullied and was upset. And him being an alpha male, which he is, he gonna tell his son, this is how you do it. You take the motherfucker and you shoot him in the damn head. He told the police, no, I'm being serious. He told the police that if this is how his son felt, he will never have access to the guns, but yet on Christmas, he buys him the murder weapon.
Okay.
Yeah. What does that tell you about
let me push back on you a little bit, Tim Dog, because that's not exactly what he said. When they interviewed him, he said all they had was honey at the time. He was 13 years old because the kid went on social media.
No. I didn't say they didn't have any weapons. I said his dad bought him after the interview that weapon.
You. But what I'm trying to explain to you is this. The bullying part, I don't buy that. I really don't buy that.
No, he was being bullied.
Can I finish my statement?
No, you go
What I'm saying is what I'm saying is that is just a way for people. He done got caught now. Now I'm gonna say I was being bullied. You know what I'm saying? I haven't heard anybody saying that they bullied this kid or whatever. But the point I was trying to make
is the interview with his dad. The
point I'm trying to make is
the police and the FBI.
The point I am trying to make is this. this is the point I'm trying to make. When it interviewed the father, because they say that the young man, he went on a gaming site and he talked about doing a school shooting. And once they did the interview, when they did the interview, the father said, this is what the police say that he said is that, hey, we don't have any type of weapon. The only type of weapon that we have in this house is hunting weapons. And my child does not have access to those weapons. And that's why they didn't do anything to the child at that time. So my question to you, Pharaoh, what part do the police and the FBI play in the shooting as well?
That I don't know, because I don't know how it all started. What I do know is if your son is being bullied, be like do like what old boy did in what's the name of that movie? When he learned how to use kung fu or karate or something.
Karate
teach him how to do hand-to-hand combat. Karate Kid, yeah. That's how you combat bullying at school. You don't go show them how to shoot anything. Defend yourself. So I don't know what the police or the FBI, I don't know what anything of that stuff is. But at the end of the day, the father is responsible. I don't care about anybody else. The mother is responsible. If the mother and the father are irresponsible, the child's going to be irresponsible, and it showed. As people lost children and lost loved ones because of their irresponsibility. That's all I know what really happened.
Yeah, but what I'm saying,
mama was in jail, so she can't help him out. So the dad is right there, and what is he? He's a lunatic. Come on.
That's what I'm saying. Like I said, I don't know.
But what I'm saying, I'm saying is, I'm gonna come to you, conspiracy brother. They already knew that this child was disturbed. They knew that, but yet they didn't look into the future. Ain't nobody can look into the future. But the child already say on a gaming website that he wanted to do something like that. That's why the police and the FBI, basically the police of that community, they went and talked to the dad. So they should have. I'm not say that I'm going down the conspiracy hole right here, but they should have had somebody keeping an eye out on this child. But they didn't.
Once dad name popped up on a buying a new weapon, they should have been on top of that immediately. So in that sense, yeah, they fucked up because hell, you watch everything else, and these are people you watching people in other countries, and you can't watch somebody that's in the country. So yeah, they fumbled because as soon as he bought that, they should have been on. He shouldn't have had the option to buy. Once you get put on that list, you should lose the option to buy. Anybody that's tied to you should lose the option to buy. Everybody should suffer because other people suffered because they didn't check it. So now everybody around that person should suffer since y'all ain't checked it. Like, you got
the lenient gun laws in Georgia is the reason why we're talking about this.
Yeah, but you also got to dad is probably telling them, stop being a pussy. Do something about it. Don't let them put on you. He's probably getting pressure from his dad, and in his mind, he's like, what should I do? Nobody even thinking about that. But the dad is definitely responsible for it because he's the one that lied to the police because he knew something was wrong with his son. He knew his son was like this.
Right.
Come on now.
With that being said, what I'm saying is that because of the gun laws in Georgia, it should negated him being able to purchase that weapon in the first.
They don't have red flag laws in Georgia.
Now you've answered my question. That's what I'm trying to say. That is at the end of the day, that is the problem that we're having here in Georgia, is that the gun laws,
which goes back to unless something happens to them, like man on the street said, everyone else has said, nothing's going to change because everybody's going to think that they're right. No, there's nothing wrong until somebody dies in your family or it affects you personally. That's the only way they're going to change. Only going to give a fuck. I'm sorry.
Let me get Ms. Paula in here. So, Ms. Paula, back to what I was saying. What responsibility does the police, because they know that this kid was disturbed, but yet they didn't, I guess, do anything at that time. Because I know you're a big advocate for mental health. That was the time they could have stepped in and said, hey, your child needs to talk to somebody. But they didn't. They just I guess basically I'm gonna say like this, that's not our problem. But now it's their problem because he killed 4 people, injured 9 others. So your thoughts, Ms. Paula?
But they never do. Like even when people call in for them from the safety of their home, like the case we just was speaking about, and they still get shot. So why the fuck are we expecting so much from them when they've literally shown they don't give a fuck? I'm sorry. I mean, there are those who do, but the majority, sadly, these are the people who are supposed to protect us and watch over us, but they don't. So that's a whole bigger problem, bigger issue.
Yeah, it's
Hey,
a
Miss
big.
Paula, they do something for us, for black
Did you hear
people.
me
If
when
there's
I
a problem,
said that?
they take the kids away. If it was us, but with them, they say it's okay. You know what? You control the kid. Now the disparity is what are the statistics of one of them killing someone and one of us killing someone like that? They're not
Yeah,
thinking about the city. They thinking about the race and the
but
separation. I
but
hate to
see,
say it, but
yeah, but see, that's see, I'm gonna push back on that because Chicago is a city and we killing each other every day.
not in
It's just like
schools.
but
Not in schools.
it's still
Exactly.
the same. It's still the same.
Not it's still the same, but
They're
it's
still
not in
using
schools. It's not.
they're still
Hey,
using the same type of weapon,
they
Tim
are
Dog. I
not
don't care.
using innocent kids in school as targets. They
But
using
yeah,
stupid ass others as targets.
but they use it, and what's the innocent
I
standby
don't
then?
care what
It's
you have to
the
say
innocent
about that
standby.
man on the street. That's a big
Tim
difference.
Dog, Tim
I'm
Dog,
sorry.
Tim Dog.
I'm
No,
sorry.
because what you're saying doesn't make sense to me. And I'm saying for me, you could huff and puff all
Mm.
you want. You huff and
Oh,
puff all you want.
no. I'm
I'm trying to
listening. I'm
I'm trying
sorry.
to tell you, it's not a race thing. It's not a race thing. That's what I'm trying to. It's not a race thing. It's a gun issue, and that's what I'm trying to say. That's why I'm trying to separate the two.
No. You're right.
Because
I'm sorry. You are right. It is a gun issue, but
okay,
they treat it as a race issue because if it was a majority of black people out here killing in the schools, do you think they would be all quiet and willy-nilly about it? No, they would want to do something immediately. But since it's not, and statistically, I'm right. Statistically, it's them. So
but
it's them, but it's not affecting those above them. So of course they're not gonna do anything. If it was black, what the people say: get rid of these niggers, get rid of these black people. All these black kids kill all these kids. They don't say nothing about all these white kids killing these kids.
and Tim Dog, that's
You
what we
never
could.
hear that.
But see, that's what we could that's when we could agree to disagree, because you see it one way and I see it another. So, but hey,
No,
that's what we
no,
hear.
I
That's what
You
here.
from South Carolina?
but I understand what
Okay.
Tim's saying. I understand what Tim
I
is
understand
saying.
what Tim's saying, but
I
that's
get
why I
what you're
say
saying.
that's why I say we can agree to disagree. He has it. That's why we
You
having
just
this.
don't want to. That's okay.
No. I have my own mind. See, that's
I
the
know.
thing. Just
No,
because
but what I'm saying is you from South Carolina, land
But
of
what
racism, where you know
no.
things
Listen
like
to
that
me, man.
happen.
No, if you listen for a minute, close your mouth and open your ears. If you listen, I'm trying to tell you that we can agree to disagree. That's your opinion. Don't tell me and say that, oh, you just don't want to. No, I form my own opinion, just like
Okay.
you do.
But you
And
gonna push
that's
back
why
on
I
me.
say
I never push
that's
back
why
on
I
you.
say we agree to disagree. All
I
right.
never push back
And
on
moving
you,
the show along. Oh, we got a comment here. Okay.
Who's Saint Mickey?
I don't know who the hell is Saint Mickey. we talking about
Saint Mickey.
Yeah, we actually talk about the gun shooting here in Georgia. That's what we're talking about. And we talking about the father being charged because they said he's responsible for buying the gun that went to the school that killed 4 innocent people and injured 9. Saint Mickey, that's what we're talking about. But let's keep this show going on. Let's keep it moving right along, because a lot of people are saying this about the 14-year-old that committed this crime.
You can't have it both ways. Don't tell me you're liberal or progressive and you want to try a 14-year-old kid as an adult. Why would you say that, Mark? Well, you don't have a fully developed brain at 14. Shit, you don't have a fully developed brain at 16 or 18. At 14, if you're engaged in a mass school shooting, there are many factors to consider. But what I cannot consider is that you are a fully formed human being that made this decision on your own. If you're 14 years old and you're shooting up schools, who harmed you? What is your history? What is your story of trauma? Now, some of y'all gonna say, well, I know a whole lot of people who got histories and stories of trauma and harm, and they managed not to shoot up a school. I agree. So the question then becomes, how do we respond to it? Well, in the tradition I come out of, the abolitionist tradition, we respond to it by holding people accountable. But accountability doesn't mean a cage. Accountability doesn't mean the death penalty. And accountability doesn't mean treating a 14-year-old as if he were a 34-year-old. And even if you were 34 years old, I would have a conversation about what we do with him.
Before I put out the question, we got a comment here. And this is from St. Mickey. Can we all say a little prayer real quick? I'm going to tell you this, and this is just my opinion, and I'm going to let y'all comment on this as well. I'm tired of saying a prayer for a situation like this. I really am, because it happens too often. Soon as something like this happens, let's sympathy for the community. But yet, none of the gun laws change. So I'm tired of saying a prayer for the family. I'm tired of saying a prayer for the community. When are we as Americans going to say this shit has happened too many times? I don't care if it's a school shooting. I don't care if it's innocent standby getting killed in a drive-by. This shit got to stop. But that's just my opinion. And y'all want to comment on what St. Mickey had to say?
I stand with you.
Yeah, I've said my prayers already. And
okay, all right. And this is the question.
Street, we agree on this. I tell you that.
Yeah, thank you. So my question is this. And that Mark Lamont, he's a smart brother, man. I listen to him all the time. So
yeah,
should Colt Gray be charged as an adult, even though he's only 14? Get in there, Pharaoh.
I would say I disagree with him on the fully developed brain, because there's people around the world who are actually doing adult lives at 14 to 15 to 16 years old. I know for a fact when I was 14, 15, 16, I was doing way more than what others are. So I disagree with him on that fully developed mind thing. Yeah, because 10 years old is when they say you can make a decision to live with your parents or not. So I disagree with him on that. Now, as far as trauma is concerned, everybody experiences it. I don't care if you're 50 years old, you're going to experience some trauma. You know, if you're 70 years old, you experience trauma. Your decision to do what you want to do is based off of what your feelings are at that time. And I just disagree with them. Should he be charged as an adult? That's hard for me, because like I said, I'm not a lawyer. But emotionally, I would say, fuck yeah.
Yeah, get in that goddamn conspiracy, brother. You muted. Put up your sign. Put up your sign, Paula. Put up your sign.
Hey, okay. I got it. I seen it pop up. Should he be charged as an adult? Like I said, that's a tough thing. But he did something that when adults make those decisions, they have to live with it. Just like if he is 14 and got the girl pregnant, you got to be a daddy now, whether you want to or not. So you took right from wrong at that point. Unless you got super special needs, you understand right from wrong. If you can understand right from wrong,
right.
You understand what you did.
He knew it was wrong, Brian.
It's been
knew he was wrong.
Hey,
I don't care what anybody says.
Send him to jail, but they need to put him in some therapy. He needs, which they need to do that for everybody that goes to damn jail. Instead of just send him, they need to have them talking to people constantly instead of working for you. Have them talking to somebody so they can come back out, because you send them in there a criminal and they come back out a better criminal.
A smarter criminal.
I guess
I wouldn't say better because but yeah.
They put him in a situation where I hate to say, I know y'all got one of the worst prisons in Louisiana, Angola, I believe that's what it is. Angola, that's the prison in Louisiana. I knew that's one of the hardest ones, but you go in one way and you come out probably even worse. But Miss Paula, I know, like I said before, you deal with your podcast, Talk Shit with P. When you be talking to people about mental health, should this young man be charged as an adult? Your thoughts?
I agree with when they say that with Farrell and conspiracy brother about 14 being like you can make your mind and decisions, and from the family that you came from hearing your dad's rap shit and your dad buying you a gun, like you knew what you were fucking doing. Like it wasn't like you just picked up a gun out of the blue and it wasn't yours and you went and did all that. But as far as trauma, this is where I will disagree with Pharaoh, because I'm a firm believer. Like I've sat down with people who have depression and I have depression, and we have different feelings and different emotions. And it also comes down to, yes, everybody can be traumatized, however old or young you are, but also your background, how you were raised, the support you've had, all that also comes into play. So every trauma is not the same, and just because some people can heal, some people can't, because again it comes down to the communities that you're surrounded in, the support that you have, the love that you have, all that factors. So in that, I will say yes, they do need to get him help as well, because it's traumatizing to be born in a family where first of all your dad has that rap shit, so we don't know if exactly what his dad was feeding him into his head, and his mom also got caught. So it's a lot. But yeah, he should be tried, just like as you say, there's some 14, 15-year-olds, 12-year-olds who are being charged as adults. So he should pay for what the fuck he did, because he knew. But then also they need to figure out ways to help these young kids.
I got you.
Well, you know what?
Go ahead.
Let me do something before we go, Tim, dog. I would say that let's go back to 1932. You remember George Stinney in South Carolina?
That's a 10-year-old, yeah. He couldn't even sit in the lecture chair, and they put him to death.
Right.
They say that
they tried him. They tried him as an adult, convicted
Yeah.
him on false accusations. He didn't get a chance to get the right thing. They killed him.
Yeah.
So with that being said, hell yes.
Okay, get in there, Tim, dog. Should Colt Gray be charged as an adult, even though he's only 14 years old?
I'm gonna play devil's advocate, because, like Paula P said, you have to look at all the dynamics that's going on with this young man. He's already in a home where there's drug use, apparently. The dad, being an aggressive person, probably beats his mom. He's seen it before, probably think it's normal. He never gets in trouble in school, but he gets picked on. His dad tells him, hey, you need to do something about that all his life, forcing him to make a decision about the bullies. Now, the kid, he's investigating all this stuff online, like, should I listen to my dad? Not really doing it, because it was a whole year. Then his dad buys him a gun. The weapon.
So his dad was the number one bully.
Oh, no, the weapon that he used in the massacre. Here, son, I got you something. A problem solver. You know what to do with it. The kid is young. The kid is torn. He's not a problem kid where he gets in fights or stuff. He's just a quiet kid who's trying to appease his dad and did something horrifically wrong. Mom's not there because she's in jail. That's what I'm thinking. I'm not thinking that this is a bad kid who's out for vengeance, who hates the world. I think this is a kid who was just scared and tired of the bullying and listened to his dad.
Okay,
That's
Tim Dog.
It is.
I mean, hold on. I got to ask Tim Dog this. Let me ask you this, Tim Dog. Did he kill his bullies?
No, that I don't know.
No,
that they didn't say. Well, I don't know the relationship between the killer.
No, what I'm trying to say, no, he didn't. He didn't.
It would be a difference if he killed the bullies or he just went and shot every other motherfucker. We understand. And every other person as well, they had their own situations as well.
Right. And he didn't want to kill anyone, but he did that to appease his dad. Think about the kid.
What I'm saying is, well, I guess what I'm saying is,
you gotta think about nothing, Tim. Why are we gonna think about this kid?
Yeah,
I mean, you don't raise your child to do.
Pharaoh. I'm not. Everything y'all saying is true, but you also have to think of the psyche of that kid. People aren't born killers. Some are raised as killers. His dad named him.
There you go, right there.
His dad named him.
Graduated at 14. Served life at 14.
He used in a massacre.
So I go back to George Stinney did not get that same opportunity.
But that was racism. This isn't racism.
My point to you is
this is a kid who had mental issues, didn't know how to deal with it, so he did.
Did he talk to somebody else?
There's millions of people with mental issues, and a lot of the same things you just said. That there's a lot of people that went through shit just like that, if not even worse than what you're talking about. He's went through millions of people, Tim. And no, and
Tim, you say you went through
else.
bullying.
So you can't.
Tim Dog, you gotta let somebody else speak. You gotta let somebody else speak. You got to let. Hold on before you go on, conspiracy brother. Tim Dog, I know you passionate, but when you ask a question or you got to let somebody else speak, you just can't jump back in. Let the person finish, and then listen to me. I'm just trying to tell you, because we all can't talk at the same time, because it's all garbled. That's what I'm trying to say. So it's just common courtesy for us to let each other say what we got to say.
It goes both ways too. Okay.
You didn't let me finish. See? Perfect example. Go ahead, conspiracy brother. Go ahead, conspiracy brother.
Yeah, there's millions and millions of people that have suffered that in worse ways than probably what he has, and have not gone on to do those things. So to me, that's no longer an excuse, when you probably can look at your own life and say you had moments where you probably want to shoot some people up, but you made the choice. And this is probably when you was younger.
No, I ain't never thought that shit. No, hell no.
Well, you want to be somebody else, but you thought you had violent thoughts.
Yeah, I know what you said.
Yeah. So yeah, I can't use that as an excuse to go out and kill people. Hell, you feeling that bad? Kill yourself. Shit. That in that misery. Yeah, you might end up doing it in jail.
Us get married.
Paula interrupted conspiracy brother.
Sorry. No, shut up, Tim. Our parents tell us to get married. Our parents tell us to have kids. Do you go listen to them and do that, or do you do it on your own fucking time? So I'm sorry. The dad bought him a gun and did that. That was, at the end of the day, he made the decision. If we are gonna stick about, people are gonna say shit. People are always gonna say shit. If you're always gonna do, you remember that saying? Wait, you remember that saying? If your friends say to jump off the cliff, will you jump?
No, they bruise.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead, Tim Dog.
The question is, does anyone really know what was in that kid's mind?
But that goes to every motherfucker who did shit.
There you go. Until you really know what's in that kid's mind, his motive, everything we saying is our own opinion. But you have to look at every angle.
Yo, are you related to this kid? You're writing so hard.
Don't interrupt me. Put your sign up.
Is that your nephew? Because you're writing so hard.
Brother, what you said is true. You can do whatever you want. People been out there doing worse shit than that. But it's all about that mentality of how you was raised. Like Paula P said, all in things that make up you. And we all know that shit is crazy. Yeah, give him an electric chair, whatever. But what drove him to do that? That boy was raised to be that person by his dad.
And Tim Dog, this is why I'm gonna push back. You just answered my own question. We don't know. We don't know if his dad did that because we wasn't there. So we don't know if he was bullied or not. We wasn't there.
No.
That is just hearsay. That's hearsay. Other people, that's what he's saying. I've been bullied. That's what he's saying now because he did a crime. And Sean, I know math professor was out there. He made a perfect comment. If a 14-year-old can be a college graduate, there are cognizant. Oh, I can't say that word. Fucked it up. Thank you.
Cognizant.
Thank you. Enough to be tried as an adult for crimes. And bullies have always existed. The only difference now is guns are easier to kill, or easier to kill and buy. So I drop a bomb for goddamn the mad professor. He's not here, but
he ain't here, but he's dropping gems.
A person at 14 who goes to college knows better well not to go out and shoot somebody. They weren't raised that way. They were raised to learn.
How sure are you? Maybe they just made themselves. Maybe they just, despite their circumstances, chose the other way.
Right, we both can't talk at the same time.
Who's in college that right now is a mass murderer?
I would say this. We all have bad days, and the reason I say that, you never know. You might be having a worst day. You might never thought about harming yourself or harming somebody else, but you never know. Something might have put you over the edge, and then you go get a gun, and then you go do something. That's why I say we talking. These are our opinions, and we all have them. These are our opinions. We don't know what was going through that young man's mind, but hey, we're here, and like I said before, if you're old enough to go to school, to take that gun, to take some innocent lives that had nothing to do with you, you deserve to be treated like an adult. Because if another kid does this, or if an adult does this, they're gonna throw the book at it, and that's how I feel about the situation.
Listen, man,
I know about bad days. 2 weeks. Last week I had a fucking bad day, and I gave it all to Facebook. I didn't go shooting people. I just went crazy on my keyboard on Facebook. Even not a good solution, but I didn't.
Like goddamn keyboard warrior,
revolver, Colt,
keyboard assassin. Back.
But
like I said, this kid had intentions. He knew what he was doing. He won his 15 minutes of fame, and he got a little bit more than he expected. That's all.
Do you think his dad was involved?
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's responsible.
For the damn gun.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay. If his dad was involved, do you think his dad influenced him to do it?
He bought the weapon.
Oh, right. He bought the weapon. Now, his dad bought the weapon and influenced him to do it. And all this time, he names him Colt. What do you think the boy's raised?
He was born Colt. He had 14 years.
And he's been around weapons all his life, I'm pretty sure.
That might be a Billy D thing. That might be a Billy D thing.
Like some beer.
I would say this. I bought my son a car, but I don't tell my son to go hit somebody.
No, you don't.
Person over. Exactly.
Or drink and drive.
Yeah,
right.
Did you buy him a car when he was 14?
To a person.
But I'm just saying in general that when shit like this happens, they want to make excuses. I'm not gonna make excuses for this dude. He did something that he has to live with for the rest of his life, and I hope they put him behind bars for the rest of his life. Hope he never see the light of day.
Hey,
but I know. No, but what I'm about to say is he is 14. He is 14, and he's gonna get another opportunity to get out here, and hopefully he learned from this. But who's to say that he won't do it again?
You're missing the point that there are 4 people that has families that are never going to get over.
No, I didn't miss that point. Trust me, I got that point.
And that's what we always miss. We always miss the victims. The victims are the ones who actually have the worst end of the worst situation in this. So I do prayers go out to them for this stupid act of violence. That was unnecessary.
Yes. And this is my last thing about this, man. Before we go to our closing statement. No, we got one more topic we're gonna get to. My thing is this. I can't
hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you. But my thing is this though. How did that kid leave the house and got, I know they don't want metal detectors in the school, but how did he leave the house? The dad didn't, I guess at 14-year-old, I know you want to treat him like an adult, but that baffles my mind.
That question, there's no need to ask that question.
Yeah, you got to ask that question.
No. Why? Because how are you going to know, or how are we even going to form an opinion on how a child did something when he actually got there and did it? It was too late.
Man, his dad packed that gun like he packed his lunch. Here you go, son. You know what to do.
But then again, you don't even know if the dad was home when he was leaving, because he looks like an abandoned child. Like, the dad is president.
Paula made my point. There's no
we don't know unless you know his home.
You're right. We don't know. You're right. We don't. But I'm sure dad probably told him, don't leave without your lunch. And I ain't talking about that bag either.
Tim, you ready to knock on the dad, huh? Go get him.
We're going to move on. This happened a couple of years ago. Pharaoh King sent me this. And, this is a child that was asking for help, but he didn't even get it.
Do you know how many times you called the police?
I probably have called them a total of 3 or 4.
Of your emergency. 3974. Okay, do you know this person?
Yes, no.
Who is it?
Miles Bryant.
Miles Bryant? How do you know it's him?
My neighbor caught it on camera yesterday and I knew it was.
Okay, what is he, when you say he's breaking in?
He's at my door trying to get in.
Why would he be trying to get into your house?
I don't know.
I mean, he wouldn't just randomly come to your house. Have y'all been in an argument?
No, never, ever. Can you help me?
That's what I'm doing, but I need you to stay on the phone with me. He was there yesterday trying to get in as well?
Yes. Is the cops closed?
No, ma'am, they're not.
Yeah, can you get arrested tonight? Are we going to be able to do that?
I don't know, ma'am. Obviously something's going on that you're not telling me. I don't know why that...
No, ma'am, there's nothing going on that I'm not telling you. I don't think they sent the unit.
They didn't send the unit. She, 14-year-old, I think she killed the young man or the guy that broke into the house. But the question is this, though. Okay, then, I'm not sure. I haven't read the whole thing. It's just a snippet. Your thoughts on how the dispatcher handled this situation, Pharaoh? Go ahead and get into it.
Okay, so the backstory is this man 7 months prior had killed a 16-year-old, and they were tracking this person, and his friend had called about whatever. He's an ex-police officer, and I think the young woman that's on the stand is his classmate. So he was stalking his ex-classmate, and so that's how she knew who he was. With that being said, he had worked with the National Guard, but to go along with what you're saying is he was under the microscope, as they say, but the dispatcher is why I said this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was 16. It was a young Hispanic female that he had killed.
Okay.
And this was in Doraville, Georgia, and then they found her in Dackle, I think it is Dackle, Georgia, like right by Lawrenceville.
Skeletal remains.
So with that being said, why isn't this dispatcher fired? Why she hasn't been brought up on charges? Because they did not send the unit to save this young woman.
Okay. She said she wasn't going to send them.
And the thing is, because there was a dispatcher in Pennsylvania that got charged with manslaughter because they didn't send an ambulance and the person ended up dying. So why isn't this person being charged with manslaughter or something? Because of you're not a psychologist. Why are you trying to figure this out? You're not an investigator. You're not a sergeant.
Well, the dispatcher didn't send the police on the girl that was on the stand because he was.
No, that's what I'm saying. Why?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That should be grounds for being relieved, fired, something. Because it turns out this man actually killed somebody previously.
Yep.
Yeah, get in there, conspiracy brother. Your thoughts on how the dispatcher handled that situation?
All I can say is I don't want to be a cop nor a dispatcher because you have to make decisions that affect other people's lives. So
yes,
honestly, because we could say that the dispatch needs to be fired, but then dispatchers send out cops that kill innocent people. So it's one of those things where it's like, Tim, you turn your face, but I'm saying that's their job is to send the police to different places. So, the person, one of those.
But she
I
said
get where
the name.
you're coming from, but
she said the name of the person that was trying to break in.
Mm-hmm.
That's the difference. She actually told the dispatcher who was trying to break in her house.
How do you know him?
She denounced that.
Yeah. Miss Paula, your thoughts?
Yeah, I can't.
All I'm gonna say is, I know we sometimes need jobs, but if that job ain't, if you're not a caring, compassionate person, don't take a job that requires that.
I like that.
Because just like how customer service, your whole job is to be amazing to customers, and you go on customer service and you get all these people who are bitter and shit. I'm like, bruh, I'm not the one who pissed you off. If you're having a bad life, that's on you. So don't take jobs that require what you can't give or offer.
I like that. Get in there, Tim Dog.
Bitch need to be fired.
That part too.
Yeah,
she need to be charged as well as fired. She needs something.
No, because nothing happened to the girl. The police did eventually come, but She
do we
thought it
have
was
to
a
wait
hoax and
until
played it
something
off
happens?
and said she wasn't going to. And the girl had to call again. Eventually, they did come, but that dispatcher, she said she wasn't going to send the police.
Yeah, but
She,
I'm
That's
saying
what
some
I'm
type of
saying. What
accessory
if
or
she didn't
something.
call her, she
yeah,
wasn't able to call back again? So should we wait until somebody dies to charge them? Because this also requires more than that. Because okay, she was lucky enough to be able to call back again and get the help she needed, but
mhm.
she
Keyword
shouldn't have
lucky.
to. She
She
shouldn't have
didn't have to.
Keyword
Right,
lucky.
you're right. Like I said, the bitch need to be fired. Wait a minute,
I was
what happened to the first 2 or 3 calls?
Yeah, because
That
apparently it was
was me.
Yeah, you know, when I listened to this, my thing was, why would you say that y'all have some type of relationship? If I'm calling you for help, I need you to send the police. I don't need you to talk about I'm having.
the police question me.
Yeah, even if it's a domestic situation, you want to send somebody. Yeah, this motherfucker's whipping my ass. Send the goddamn police. You know,
And it's
Oh,
a
don't.
I don't
female, and you're a
Yeah,
female.
yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. So
Have
I
some
agree with Miss
compassion.
Paula. I agree with Miss Paula. If you get in those type of jobs, you got to have some type of compassion. You got to have a heart. You tell them get choked up because I'm about to agree with conspiracy brother. I don't want to be a police or dispatcher either because you got somebody else live in your hand. Basically, if you go out on a call or if you take the call, you know, to make those type of decisions, hey, I don't want that job. But good conversation, ladies
You
and
know
gentlemen.
they deal with Karen situations too. They deal with Karen situations where somebody calling just because they're not happy with something that
Yeah,
somebody's doing. So like, yeah, it's a very difficult position, even though it may not seem like it when
yeah,
you send help when you're trying to I guess analyze the situation of why somebody's calling.
yeah.
You're trying
So
to
all
get
this,
the whole as much
Yeah, but
information as you can to I guess I don't know. I'm not doing it, so I'm just
yeah. So all the dispatchers out there, I know
I'm
y'all
out
got a
for
hard job, but if you get a call, and somebody is asking for help, please send them help because we
a
don't want
young
to hear.
woman at least.
Yeah, especially a young woman. You don't want to read about that person not getting help and somebody doing something to that person. But ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of the show. We make our closing argument. We always try to give you something to think about, something funny, or you be like, God damn it, Tim Dog, where the fuck you got that from? So we're gonna get Tim Dog out the way right now. Tim Dog, what you got for the people before we go?
You know what? Cat Williams should sue. Should sue. But he can't. Because little man, even though he talked about him, is in commercials, movies, TV shows. All that 15 minutes of fame, Cat Williams, where did it get you? Same place you are right now. Not a damn thing. You ain't got a movie coming out. You ain't doing no commercials with LeBron James. I don't see you on Fight Night. I don't see you on what's that, Borderland. I don't see you on what the betting games. So how do you feel now trying to diss people and you the one who got dissed?
I
Because
got
you're
you.
right back where you are.
But does he want to be?
he ain't signed that contract in blood. That's why he ain't in the movies.
I got you.
Whatever.
I got you.
That's what they
Miss
say.
Paula,
That's what they say. I don't know. I wasn't there.
that's right. Miss Paula P,
Whatever.
what
I
you got
signed
for the
in
people
blue
before
ink
we go?
only. Goddamn it.
Uh, to be little, you have to be little.
So what? I don't know what the hell you just said, Miss Paula, but you get the
Negro, please.
damn.
No.
Just because you didn't understand or hear it doesn't mean I should get that. Because far
Okay,
is like
Yo, wait a
say it
minute.
one more time for me.
far is
Say it one more
Why are
time.
we not
No,
doing
say
this?
it one more time.
far is
Yeah.
nothing.
Say it one more
Like,
time for
come
me.
on, just
Say
because
it
you don't
slow this
understand
time.
me, don't mean I get a nigga praise. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Please, just say
Open
it
Okay.
again.
my ears.
Okay, then you gonna get the
That was the first of the night too.
no. Tim Dog got a couple of them.
I mean, I got laughs from Pharaoh,
Oh, he did.
so
I must have
I
missed
got
him.
you. I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. Pharaoh King, what you got for the people before we go?
All right, this is from Andre the Shields. I don't know if y'all know about this gentleman.
Who
He's
is he?
73. He had his 20 award speech. He has 3 cardinal rules of sustainability and longevity. So the first one's going to be surround yourself with people whose eyes light up when they see you coming. And Y'all know how that is. That means you're loved. People are looking and waiting for you to come and brighten up their day. The next one is going to be slowly is the fastest way to get to where you want to be. Haste makes waste. Y'all know what that is. In the military, we always waste a bunch of damn time and we get no damn where. And then the last one is the top of one mountain is the bottom of the next. So keep climbing. Sky is the limit.
I got you. Make sure I hit the right goddamn button because Miss Paula had me go in what's it called. So there we go.
How old was he when he died?
I got you.
Huh?
How old was he when he died? You talking about longevity?
No, he's not dead.
Oh, okay. There you go. When did he make this speech?
He's not dead. No, I just said he just made the speech.
I got you.
Yeah, he sucked.
Damn, man, you put the man in the ground already.
That's right. Conspiracy brother. What you got for the people before we go?
Oh.
Man, I had a great poem for y'all last night. This shit was bomb, but that was last night. So here we are today. I ain't got shit but this. Just because they call that shit common sense. Don't mean everybody got that shit. That shit is not very common at all. I'm done.
All right. Hey,
I like that.
I got you. Hey, I really don't have anything. I don't have anything for the people, but hey, like I said before, if you know someone going through something, especially a child, try to help that child because we don't want to see these type of situations ever again. Because it's a sad situation. Because the guys that did this crime, they're still alive, but the loved ones that lost someone, they're the one that have to grieve. But the party's not over. Oh man, the party's not over. We got our after show called Ashed Out, and that's where everybody get a chance to talk about what they want to talk about. But before we go, Miss Paula P, shout out your social so that people can follow you.
Talk Shit with P at Talk Shit with P on every and any platform you can find me on. And slide in them DMs, I do respond.
I got you. Tim Dog.
Find me at Instagram. Father's Love 99 is all about me, my son, and my grandson.
I got you. Pharaoh King.
First off, if you're a parent, be a parent and not a friend to your kids. And then that way you will understand what your children are doing right or wrong. Next, so mine is going to be Pharaoh_71 IG, King Ryan Facebook. Be a goddamn parent and not a friend.
Man, he snuck one in.
I'm sorry, my dad was a friend and a parent, okay? And I told him perfectly, so
I got you.
And that explains.
And Conspiracy Brothers, shout out your social so people can follow you.
On the wrong end. This end. God damn it. Solar expression. I can't get this shit right. Well, it's like playing a video game in reverse. This is my shit right here.
What's in your butt, buddy?
Boy, you better tighten up that booty.
Hey, and that's a common sense special need we talking about.
Solar expression.
And of course, you can follow the math professor.
It's there.
Follow the Mad Professor. He's not on here tonight at the Mad Professor 1 on YouTube.
Dot one.
Okay, then. Thank you for the correction. Mad Professor .1 on YouTube. And of course, you can follow me at the Audacity Podcast on YouTube. Creative Canvas Expressions as well. And of course, you can follow us every Wednesday night. But the Better Than Sex Sports Podcast goes down every Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. Hey, we just talk about sports. But make sure you stick around for our after show called Ashed Out. Because once again, the panel going to talk about what they want to talk about. So with that being said, I am the man on the street.
This is Pharaoh King, whose internet did not mess up tonight.
Tim Dog, be more careful, and I will fuck you up for making that loud noise again.
This is Paula from Talk Shit with P, whose internet actually fucked up tonight. So
No deal.
Mad Professor in the booth. Your mama's favorite, your grandmama's favorite, your goddamn ancestors' favorite, your neighbor's favorite, the basketball team's favorite, everybody's favorite. They love me.
Your brother,
and your uncle's secret. And we see you on the after show. That's right. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are out.
Tim was holding Goddamn Michael. Goddamn thing. I'm gonna unmute this shit and talk through the music, guys.